What are we waiting for?
Well, we are back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 13, episode 3. We are on our way just as we started with this season, just this week, actually. So James came back from Korea. He had a horrible time there by what he said. They treated him like he was a slave or whatever he said. And then Chaz is just black. So we have to deal with a black guy and a privileged white guy and a white black guy like myself. So that's
a privileged white guy.
You are not white black.
James, do you feel like you're privileged?
I don't know. There's a lot of people worse off than me.
Oh shit.
Oh God. But
do you feel like if you get pulled over by the police, you are not fear of your life?
Fear of my life? I'm a fear of getting a ticket.
But that's it. You're not in the fear of getting a bullet in the back of your head, and then they saying that you shot yourself.
I don't think I'm threatening enough for that. To be honest, I think you got to have a little bit of scariness to you.
Damn, see, lucky that you're white, isn't it? Right? Yep.
God. Well, hey, I'm white too. When I saw those black criminals,
you black as shit, man.
I'm just saying, when I saw those black criminals behind the cop car, I just like, yes, they got taken in. Yes, the system is served.
The justice ain't never served, man. These motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They be locking in the wrong motherfuckers. Like a motherfucker who does tax fraud gets 20 years. A person who touched it, you know what, only gets 6 months probation. How the fuck that works?
There have been dudes that have raped women and only have served a year in jail. Not even kidding. That's terrible.
With time served.
Terrible, but you're smiling so big.
With time served.
No, dude, there was that. No, remember it was in Atlanta, Georgia. Remember that black guy was let out after he had all these priors. He was obviously a terrible person, and he was driving that SUV so fast he went over that ramp and killed those 2 ladies. And the judge, the black lady, just let him go. I was like, all right, well,
that's not
great system we have here. But I know you guys are not here for that. That's my other show. We talk about that stuff. Here, we're going to talk about the 2024 League of Legends Swiss stage as it rages on, and Mad Lions Koi are absolute trash. Now, I have said this before. I didn't watch yesterday's games, but I did today. Made sure to watch all the games, and I made sure to watch most of the best of 3s today. But it won't matter that I know Mad Lions is eliminated because I could talk about it no matter what because Mad Lions are trash. I did see the TL Pain Gaming game 1, but I'm pretty sure TL won that. So
that was a pain to watch.
Godly. I will just say this right now. The only reason why Team BDS aren't at Worlds is because they're just straight up mentally so unbalanced that they could be ahead against G2. Finally, because they're barely ever ahead against G2. 2-0 up. All you do, win one more game, and you could be in Worlds, but they can't do that. So it's BDS's fault they're not here.
Honestly. And apparently, according to some people over in LEC, BDS was the worst out of the 4 remaining teams. They were worse than Mad Lions and Scrims. And Mad Lions, they're running it for 2 splits straight.
I just want to point out that Mad Lions came in with this new roster. Everyone thought they were going to be 10th. In the winter split, they did get second, but there's a piece of context there that a lot of people forgot because we talked about this in winter when the year started. Adam was being a complete asshole to his coach. His coach benches him for the former SK top laner, Genax, who was a mid laner before, but he role swapped because he got more opportunities as a top laner. He only played on SK Gaming anyway because he was not that good, honestly. And they essentially stacked the winter split finals for benching Adam. So to be fair, if they had made the finals, they would have qualified for potentially a better spot in the season finals to get to Worlds, but that will still have to apply on, them winning the actual best of 5s themselves. But people are looking back on that decision that Stryker made to bench Adam and go, was that the right decision? Should you have just let him just be a little diva, win the series and make the finals actually to put yourself in a better spot to make Worlds? But to be fair, in that portion of the year when it first started, who got to factor in? Everyone praised the idea. I didn't hate the idea. I thought the idea was great. I mean, what else are you going to do? This guy's being if he's being an actual asshole, like the asshole that people don't like, you got to punish him. But if he's being an asshole in a way, it's like, hey, can my team stop inting me? Can you guys stop playing like shit? I wouldn't call that being an asshole. That's just being a teammate, honestly. So I don't know what type of asshole he was being to people. I can only speculate, obviously. So Mad Lions ended up making winter finals just because of that situation. And then after that, they pretty much were running it down in spring. In spring, their quality of gameplay were really, really dipping. Summer split, I want people to really understand. They were at one point 1-7. The only reason why they made it was because Vitality lost. Like, oh my god, SK Gaming didn't beat Vitality, and Rogue was just that much worse. They to be fair, they did win the matches to get there. They only needed to win 2 matches, and they got there off a tiebreaker too. So they were really, really bad for a while there. Then they go to playoffs. They almost beat BDS. They were throwing it against BDS, honestly. Yeah. And Mad Lions ended up beating G2. So to be fair, they did beat G2 in a best of 5 series, unlike BDS. And they faced Fnatic. Obviously, they throw that series too, and Fnatic get to be in the season finals. And then after that, G2 beat Mad Lions in the season finals. I'll be honest here. Well, pick your poison. What do you really want? BDS or Mad Lions here? To be fair, let's be honest to everyone, Europe has not been good for a while, honestly. You know, Europe's not been good since 2019, 2020, yeah, 2020, where the G2 super team beat Gen G in the quarterfinals. That was that was it. That's the last of Europe right there. Is that 2020 world where G2 beat Gen G and made top 4 again. That's it. Europe hasn't been good since 2020. Honestly, it's been just a downward trajectory.
That was the last year. That was the last year the West was competitive, really,
and it really was just them, honestly.
Because team
it really was just them. Because TSM, that world went 0-6. FlyQuest doesn't count; they were just trash. Who else was there? Who else was there? Mad Lions bombed in that world. Team Liquid almost had a shot. G2, if they had won a certain game, they could have got Team Liquid to play again, but that's a story in and of itself. Europe's
the only reason Europe was ever good, the only reason Europe ever became good is in season 7 to 8, people did not know how to play the game. We could see that in Korea falling apart every single season during that time, because when they introduced a large influx of gold, the game sped up. You couldn't delay anymore. They reduced vision. All these things to actually inhibit Korea. These are all changes because Korea was too good. The only reason Korea hasn't won every single year is because of these changes. Europe was able to take advantage of that by, obviously, with them not knowing how to play the game, they were able to get a bunch of wins off that. On top of the fact that the only reason, and I said this during the years that they were playing, the only reason Europe was any good is because they built super teams. They, instead of having 10 good teams, they've made 1 to 2 good teams, and everybody else was actually worse than NA's 5th seed. It was absolutely incredible. And I think they get way too much credit for those few years where they did good is because, again, they weren't that good. The rest of the world was bad.
I would say this. Caps himself was good. That also,
I don't even think Caps couldn't compete with any. Cap, when he went to Worlds, he sucked too.
No, he played very well against Baker constantly when they played.
Again, he played against some of the lower tier mid laner, and again, he didn't do that bad against
Baker. I would
consider
BDD a lower tier mid laner, I'll say.
BDD was very bad there. That was honestly one of the worst performances he's had in his life.
Did he play against Showmaker ever? Yeah, he did get pretty beaten. He got beat.
He gets beat. The only ones he's ever really consistently beat are the Chinese one. Obviously
the Asian,
he beat.
Yeah.
He loses to pretty much all Asian mid laners, and I think
but he's had some really great performances.
He's had some good performances, but he's never been good enough. He's never been good enough. I mean, he's just never going to be. The only one that you can honestly, Jankos is better than him. Jankos is historically better than him at Worlds, and I think
they were together on the team, and that's the reason why G2 were able to be successful.
I agree.
You know,
Jankos is my favorite. Honestly, my Western go. I know a lot of people like to say Caps, but all of G2's success came off of Jankos' play and his ability to play around.
I mean, Jankos hasn't been successful without Caps. Jankos.
I don't disagree with that, but they all around Europe hasn't been as good because Jankos' play style is what elevated Europe. When Europe went down, it's because Europe could no longer take advantage of the play style.
I think it's a mixture. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of people that only have won with Caps. Broxa only ever won with Caps.
Broxa's always been bad.
Yeah, Hylissang's won one random title without Caps, so yeah, fair play, I guess. Reckless was a nobody after he bombed G2's roster, and Caps was like, "Get this guy out of here." Who else was there?
I mean, you can say all you want.
There's
The
a lot of
identity.
Yankos hasn't been successful without Caps. Neither is Wonder.
I'm just telling you.
Mickey X came back to G2 to play with Caps specifically. He was like, I can't win without this guy.
It's fine enough. I'm just saying the identity of G2 was not formulated around Caps.
It was originally Perks.
It was it was originally Yankos. The entirety of G2 success.
It was
I'm just telling, that's the good version of G2. We're talking about the best version of G2. The best version of G2.
Was still on Fnatic in 2018?
Yeah, he was on Fnatic first for 2017 and 2018, and then Perks role swapped because he knew he wasn't as good as Caps mid lane to make the super team. So it was originally Perks and Carlos's idea. To be fair, it was a great idea. That's still the best Western team we've ever had, and I don't think it's getting usurped anytime soon. Honestly,
no, it's not.
It's so crazy to me because like Wonder, in my opinion, had the best peaks of any Western top laner and could definitely compete with Eastern top laners when he was at his peak. He fell off after 2020. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got married. I don't know if he started getting his dick. He started coming. I don't know what it was. Man has ran it down so hard ever since 2020. It's so sad watching this guy. I remember watching him when he first started. He was great, and he finally started getting noticed. And I was like, this guy's always been good. And then ever since 2021, this man's been something with Reckless. Playing with that guy is destroyed.
I don't even want to hear it, man. There was an arguable time where stupid Core JJ was the best support in the world.
He ran it for years too. After he was good,
what happened
he ran it
to him?
For years.
Core JJ was like arguably the best support in the world, and all of a sudden it was like, what? Where's this man? Who replaced him?
And even now with Caps, I mean, he at this World Championship, I think he has been playing really good. The problem is like that's also the problem with him is that like even on his team, if he's playing at that level, so if he's playing at like an 8, his teammates, as long as they play at like a 7, they can win very well. If they play that early game style that they have, it's actually very competent and can actually win games. The problem here is like that early game style is something that the Eastern teams deal with all the time. LCK has that all the time. Gen G do that. That same style they have is Gen G just has it better. And Gen G threw that early game style out for more of this like Gen G are doing this like really scrappy style because they were mostly like, I'm gonna win this game just doing perfect macro, perfect setups. They don't give a fuck about that anymore because I think that's what I like that league turned into. People stop doing this like, oh, your game looks so much better if you have like 0 kills. It's like, no. You can scrap in the game and fight. Gen G is doing it. They're a team that had great macro and they still do.
Well,
they don't care about
the game has
anymore.
Changed is because it can't work anymore. League punished that play style. That play style of
because shutdown goals, turret plates.
It's just everything. Meticulous gameplay has been punished. It's been reduced to almost nothing because
remember
people like
SKT used to just stomp people so hard into the ground they couldn't even play the game. Where
people don't like
you.
People may want to say it, but people don't like macro. People don't like to watch macro. No one does. People like micro. They like
like Chaz. Boo.
Everybody does. Everybody does. I liked macro. There's obviously when it comes down to it, there's not a lot of fights, so it's a little bit less interesting to some people. But like, people do not like to watch somebody roll like lane swap around the map, avoiding fights.
I'm not the hugest fan of lane swaps. I was kind of glad they were gone for a very long time. I mean, it's cool to show how smart a team can be. Like it was great watching FlyQuest do that against Damwon. But that's the problem is like, even if they have strategies like that, they can't even win. So it's like, why even do it? You got yourself a complete edge and you failed with it. It's like, why are we working on this then? Is this going to be a useful strategy? Because that's the problem with the league is that like you can have a strategy like lane swaps and then in a patch later it's useless. And it's like we put in all that effort for nothing, apparently. I don't know. Yeah. That's where I'm kind of at. So I'm actually glad teams kind of stopped doing that. Oh, I'm trying to have like the most perfect game. It's like you don't have to know the most perfect.
No one stopped it. League stopped. The Riot Games stopped it.
Yeah, God. And now at this point, we have James, who's going to be having sex with me later on tonight.
I'm just so bitter, dude. I'm bitter that they reduced everything. They reduced vision. They reduced vision. What is the point of the only reason they did that is because only Korea could do it. Everything has been.
It was crazy. Every nerf they gave Korea, they still managed to win everything. Still,
every nerf, every change in league has been to benefit China. Because China just genuinely could not compete against Korea for the longest time. But they didn't like that.
Oh, Tencent does own Riot, actually.
Well, it's fair enough. And they're the biggest player. Their viewer base. That's just what it is. But it's just ridiculous that this all happened. Also, you can't play on stupid Korean servers, which I tried
This
to.
has been my biggest problem with League. I don't mind Daxo as much as you do. I get why it could be a problem. My problem is that like whoever does the balance team, this happened with this year that it made me really mad, and it was last year too. I forgot the champions in the meta last year because it's always so far along. But this year, I'll use a recent example, everyone to understand what I'm saying, which is they'll always make sure they overbuff 2 champions specifically. Earlier this year was Corki, Zeri, right? Worlds right now. Just some recent examples: Yone, Smolder. Like, could you not like overbuff more people? Why are we subjecting ourselves to overbuff 2 champions? Why can't a lot of other champions get that?
They wanted to find a meta for Worlds because they want that to be what we see. That's just how they do it.
80 mids for the entire year. I forgot it was last. I'd be honest, I truly forgot what it was last year. But oh no, they brought up the mages last year. They brought up Silas. It was Silas and Vex and Nico
and Soul.
Silas is going to get played more if there's Worlds. To be fair,
yeah,
he's going to get
played. I'm just so
more.
sick of this like 2 champion meta. I like if you're gonna do it, could we at least have like it be like 4?
It's the biggest problem is always the jungle, man. Like, look at the jungle right now. It's Nocturne versus Sejuani.
I like Sejuani. Fuck off.
No one likes Sejuani.
I love Sejuani.
Watching Sejuani.
You don't like Sejuani? I hate you.
Playing like people like playing and not watching it.
I can't stand watching Maokai. Maokai is the most boring champion to watch. The boringest. You just W, Q backwards, alt. Really, all he does. Or Ivern. I hate always. Ivern is boring.
I disagree. Ivern is one of my favorite characters to watch.
All you do is throw Daisy and root somebody.
It's not just that. He is purely about jungle pathing.
He will show you how good a jungler can prove to you how smart they are at macro with Ivern. I will say that.
I love Ivern.
Ivern's just the most unexciting champion to watch. Maokai, oh god. Like, give me Gragas in the meta. I like watching Gragas sometimes. Big old fat man with a belly. Slapping people.
I only like AP Gragas. Tank Gragas is so boring.
Oh god, man. I hate this too. I wonder what 2 champions we'll have next year. This year was Corki, Zeri, Smolder. Now we're just fucking having Yone, Smolder. Oh my god. Fuck. Yeah. I don't really get it. Why not just have all 4 of them in the same meta at that point? But just buffing people, then there's so many more better champions that we can have buffed there. But like they nerfed Wei. That was the newest mage they were trying to push on people. But Wei is
nerfed. Absolutely busted. Wei is one of the most overtuned characters I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, there's an argument to be made that he was 75% of Cassante. You can't say 100 because Cassante is his own beast.
Sorry, that's a champion. My God, Cassante. At this point, it's just League of Cassante at this point now.
Yeah,
Cassante. But I like watching Cassante because he's black.
Cassante is fun, and that's crazy.
I'm pointing out, Riot always makes a black character, and they're overbuffed as hell. Like Lucian when he first came out, Cassante, Echo. Wait, is Echo black or Mexican?
Echo's black.
Okay, first off,
Echo's black at this point.
Definitely not Mexican.
Okay. Oh, he's from a different.
Milio's Mexican.
Milio's Mexican. I remember when they tried pushing. Milio's a garbage champion.
Milio is absolutely broken. And again, I don't know how he's not being played at all. Milio absolutely destroys some characters.
He's just mid.
He's a better champion than Lulu.
Try and play Leona or play any engaged champion in Milio. You'll see why he's one of the most.
No, but
if you fall behind Emilio, you're done.
You can't fall behind Emilio. That's the problem. He's like every form of enchant.
I don't mind Milio, but I think what his kit is. I just think it's garbage. Like he's so exploitable.
He is an almost arguable best ult in the game right now. It's absolutely disgusting.
He is a Mexican who gives you his enchiladas.
I think Milio is underappreciated. And I think the reason people aren't playing him is because people don't know how to play him.
Look, Riot nerfed him, and they're like, you know what? You can play Rel. That was boring to watch. Jungle Rel. I hope I never.
Jungle Rel was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
She does no damage, and all it's just I just jump on people. God damn.
I honestly wish they just removed Rel from the game. Like she's cool enough.
All right, let's go over day 3's game. So my internet should be good. Should be good. All right. So Chaz, you here? You black?
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Chaz.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's a good.
Oh God! Yeah. Why you hate the white man? What's wrong with you? Oh, another thing that happened this year. the mage jungles. Remember Brand,
Yeah.
Zyra, God, the mage jungles.
Brand jungle has been good for like 3 years though. People just didn't.
I was
play
surprised
him,
people just started. I was so surprised people just started picking it up. It's been a good thing for a while, honestly.
Yeah. His clear's always been nuts.
Riot nerfed Rumble, and people are like, "Nah, who cares? We're just gonna play Rumble again."
God, I love Rumble.
All right. So this was Fnatic versus Top Esports. I hate watching these guys play. It's truly just masterclass in how to just not be good at the game.
I'm just surprised Fnatic's still in.
If they had Mad Lions scheduled, they're going 0-3 drop. 0-4 drop, because you have to lose the 2 games at a best of 3. So this game, long story short, everyone, this is the story of the entire Euro Fnatic. No tempo, no sense of macro, no cross map plays, no way to set up team fights, no way to set up objectives properly. Just like if they see a champion in front of them, they just have to go for it. Kind of like this, but in a much worse regard. That was actually a pretty good gank. But throughout the game, all they try to do was like, we'll just shut down 369 and we'll just win. That is like the most solo queue strategy ever. That's not how you. What is this? That's their only strategy facing against Top Esports. Is we'll just shut 369 down. All right, that's cool. Overforced everything in this game. Like so much greed out of them in every single play. This is the terrible team. They just. I don't know why Fnatic subjects themselves to these players. I have no clue why. Noah, despite me saying he's the biggest fat fuck in all of Worlds history, he has not had a bad Worlds, actually. He's played okay. Everyone else in the team can just go. Jun is having the drama right now with Fnatic. He was very mad that they gave Cream Yone. If people don't know, Cream was on OMG a long time ago. He used to play Yone even when it wasn't like the meta. I don't know why they ever gave that. That Cream Scout should not have Yone ever, or Zeka. You give them Yone, you probably are asking to just lose the entire game. Just like, and no, Raynor is, Fnatic have been nothing without Caps. You know, like they made some finals here and there. They've not won a title since 2018 summer. Mad Lions and Rogue have won more titles than Fnatic has. This is absurd. Like, this is a terrible team. Humanoid's been running it. Humanoid played really good on Mad Lions in 2021. And when he was on Splice back in the day, before they became Mad Lions or whatever, he got the big check from Fnatic. He gave up. Jun is Jun is basically just a Korean that's cheap because they didn't want to pay Trimby. Razork's been here since 2022. They haven't really done anything
hyping up
with
Trimby
him.
like that.
I'm just saying.
What in the world?
I'm just saying they got rid of Trimby for
Trimby
Jun.
like he's Kyria.
Oh shit!
I'm just saying they got rid of not Kyria. Fucking hell! They got rid of Trimby for Jun, and it's not really offered anything, honestly. Razork, I do believe he probably should just be on a different team. There's nothing he can do. He's so mentally tilted.
Mechanics and player aren't the problem with this team. The problem with this team is the coaches are god awful. The fact
what
that
can the coaches do, man? Like, what can they do?
They're not. Their problem is never losing early game. Their problem is the fact they don't know what to do. They're lost. They walk around.
That's not a coaching problem. I imagine the coaches have tried to help them with that. They're just
what can they? Their job as a coach is to tell them what to do. Their job as the coach is to be like,
do you not think they did that throughout the entirety of this time?
If they did that, they would have fight. If I was a coach for Fnatic and I was like, you know what you're not going to do? You're not going to go gank this lane to go gank this lane without farming. And then if you end up dying, you're 20,000 gold behind. And if they did that like 40 games in a row, like Fnatic had done, I would have fired them. But you know, the problem is Fnatic thinks they're doing the right thing. The coaches thinks they're doing the right thing. They're just improperly executing. It's not true. They're not improperly executing. They're overforcing because they genuinely, again, this is what Europe did from 2018 to 2024 until now. When the massive changes came to League, Europe's playstyle genuinely drastically changed. And they haven't swapped. G2 has genuinely swapped. They've swapped from being an aggressive early game team from like the early days to now they're more of a team fight centric team that plays a little more passive. And I think that's something they've adapted to. Like Remember when Fnatic used to just like invade level 1 and try and get like 4 flashes?
Oh, the Fnatic Death Brush. Yeah,
they just did it
I remember that.
millions of times. They just kept doing it, but they haven't changed. They have not changed their play style.
This is such a mentally fragile team. Did you watch the summer finals between G2 and Fnatic where they were 8,000 gold ahead repeatedly and through? I don't even know. Like, even when they get leads, they don't even know how to play the game. When they're behind, they're clueless. They have no clue what to do at all. But they're even clueless when they're ahead. It's just an it's a horrible constructed team. The play styles don't work. The players themselves, if you watch the content, they don't look like they really like each other at all.
Players just don't matter. It's the coach's faults, and I will be sticking to that 100%.
No, I'm just asking. Do you not think they tried to fix the issue?
I think if they tried to fix the issue and it's failed this poorly, then they're bad.
Sometimes it's the players too. Sometimes the players just don't mesh well.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that. I think it's unfixable at this point because the mentality and the chemistry of this team is gone. But I will say,
I don't think it was ever there.
I'll
probably that's probably
for all 5.
To be fair, Razork and Humanoid have never worked in general since they tried this. This has been going on since you started watching. 3 years. This is terrible.
Since who started watching?
Ever since Chad started watching, Razork and Humanoid have been a mid jungle for Fnatic.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
This is what they want to subject themselves to. This is horrible. Humanoid himself is literally griefing on stage. He's Yone ulting into a situation they're not even close to him to follow up on. I don't know what to do. Just start over.
I would fire the entirety of the coaching staff. I would. Again, they don't know how to play the game anymore.
I'm not saying
they're playing with old mindsets. If they what they need to do, and I would say this would be the best bet for them, is to play in Europe very passively in the early game. Play passively, learn how to team fight, because obviously their biggest problem is they don't know how to close out games because they don't know how to team fight. That is the biggest problem with Fnatic. They try and overforce. Yeah, I mean, they try and overforce because they know if the game goes 25 to 30 minutes, they're done.
Yeah. There's no balance in their play style. Like this game, they constantly just greeted for stuff that they had no business greeting for. Like the situation is not even bad or unsalvageable. They got the victory and they just kept overforce. At this, who are they facing next?
What do you mean?
After this, the draw today.
I just saw the draws. I'll pull them up right now.
Who do they face? Because
Fnatic is playing Weibo.
Yep.
That's honestly not a bad draw for them.
Dude, they couldn't even beat top esports. I mean,
no.
Yeah,
Weibo looks pretty bad.
Weibo's much worse than top esports.
Yeah, that's true. But Fnatic is just absolutely unsalvageable.
I don't disagree with that, but I genuinely think Weibo is one of those teams that they could beat because Weibo is dumb as bricks.
If they actually beat Weibo, I will say they might get a confidence, but no, it's never happening. And the other part's probably happening either. All right, T1 versus BLG. It was the match of the day. I finally got a chance to watch this. I will say this. I think this was one of the more better games BLG played at a certain point. But the problem with BLG in this game is that they never blew open the game as much as you do with this comp. T1's comp, the longer the game goes, they're just better. They kind of just got outscaled and out-team fought as the game went on, you know? I don't really think BLG played specifically that bad in this game, but like people look at T1's combo is just infinitely better. Nico will just stop Poppy and Ahri from going in. Owner could just easily lock down Ahri, and you have Meganar to obviously knock him into a wall. You do have Skarner, but Vi can easily just assault and battery over him. Nico can easily escape that. Then you also have Silas with his E. He could just their team has too many escapes from Skarner. I don't know why they even drafted Skarner here. The Skarner pick here is so troll, given if you see T1's comp. Look what he just did. He got no value out of that ult. He just got destroyed. Horrible Skarner pick here. Don't know why they do it. Man, I also don't understand why Wei is here. What did Jun do? Did Jun get his ass licked by Wang Ching Chong egg roll knees to not be on the team?
Egg roll knees.
What did my boy Jun do? What did he do for Wei to be here? As you guys know, Wei's an ex-RNG player, and he was actually just straight up griefing on that team too. I have no clue. I have no clue why Wei's here. I'm still gonna always question that. BLG, what are you doing? But I will say the Skarner pick is really bad, and I'm not a fan of this Poppy support that teams are just randomly pulling out.
Poppy support absolutely demolishes
I don't think I've seen anybody
Kalista.
pilot it well outside of like Mickey X, honestly.
You don't even. So the big thing about it, Poppy, you see how Kalista, all she did was auto attack.
Yeah.
If she auto attacks with Poppy around her, she gets stunned. She stuns herself because the W instantly stuns her. It's just I didn't say anything. What do you mean I'm a racist? That wasn't even me. Do I sound like him now? No, don't say that.
The Skarner pick is bad. I also think the Ari pick here doesn't make sense. I mean, this is actually Knight's first loss on Ari ever competitively. How dominant he's been on the champion. I don't know why Ari is picked here. I don't know why Skarner's picked here. The draft only can work if they're winning the game when you're about 25 minutes in. Anything past like 25 minutes, like people saw in this game, it's over. What is Jax going to get done in side lanes? I mean, you saw him get a solo kill. I think he got a solo kill and it was working, but he never got that far ahead enough to really break open the game. So, yeah, in my opinion, I don't think BLG played that bad in this game. They got outscaled. T1's comp is just better. And T1's turn up at Worlds. It doesn't matter if T1 suck domestically, lose to Genji constantly. Doesn't matter. At Worlds, Faker just pulls his dick out and just beats everybody. It's just something I've come to accept in life at this point. Faker is just inevitable at this point. I will bow down and get on my knees for Daddy Senpai Faker. just I've accepted the fact that no matter what the situation is, Faker always prevails. This man has got the league script. This guy has been griefing so hard, and he's just like, all right, I'm at Worlds now. Time to play better. What? This man can barely play Nasus.
We need to put you in a FEMA camp, Joseph.
I hate it. Oh my god, man. See, even though he got a solo kill, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. This comp is so bad from BLG. This is an ass comp. Who drafted this trash? What value is Jin gonna have here? My god, you come on, coach would be fired for if you draft this on stage. I'm getting off and I'm farting right in front of all my teammates. I'm done.
You're doing what?
Yo, fart right in front of his.
What are you, a fourth grader? Why did you just say this?
You're gonna smell my ass fart for giving me that ass of a draft.
It's unwashed. I don't want to smell
if
that.
You fart in front of me, I might have to.
You might get off. Oh,
no! Whoa! What the fuck?
I misunderstood. My fault.
Whoa!
I was about to knock you out like I'm Adam and you one of my teammates. What the fuck?
I'll be the Eve to your Adam. Don't worry.
All right.
What is wrong with you, James? You're too down bad, man.
I'm down bad.
All right. Next game, we had PSG versus FlyQuest. This is a rematch of the MSI 2024 matchup where they had Jensen. Obviously, FlyQuest were looking for some revenge here. They actually did play pretty well in this game. Overall, there were a lot of mistakes, specifically from Quad. He's been not respecting jungle pressure, and that's definitely going to get exposed later on. This man's been playing, not been playing that bad, but just look at that. He kind of knows there's something up going on, and he's overstaying. He did this constantly. Even in the only game he hasn't done this, I mean, he did it in the GAM game too, but that doesn't really count because it's GAM. But this man's been kind of not respecting the jungle pressure added to him, and he's just constantly always getting caught out. I think Monster's had a pretty good tournament so far. Busio he's just Busio, I guess. Inspired's actually played pretty well. I mean, the only person I think has been playing that bad is Quad. Like, look right there. Like, just walk to your jungler. What are you doing? Like, but other than that, it's good that they won. You know, they're the best in that team right now, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad, honestly. At this point, I guess we're just gonna be on our knees for Bwipo, actually.
I mean, it's crazy because Bwipo's been playing a little bit better than Impact at this Worlds.
That's true. Yeah. Impact played pretty suspect today. Yeah,
it's crazy because I think Impact is one of the only players I've ever seen that has somehow never had Mega Gnar in a fight. He didn't manage to get it a single time in that fight. In that game. I was genuinely impressed because you have to actively
not auto attack to get Mega Gnar. It's the easiest thing to get. Gosh. Well, anything else you're gonna say about Fly versus PSG? Chaz?
No, honestly, I'm not surprised that.
God, Ozzy. I hate this guy.
I'm not surprised that with FlyQuest won. They should have. They were the better team. Like
that's to be expected. Yeah, I agree.
Obviously.
All right, I will say Maples had a pretty good World Championship despite ups and downs of PSG. All right, Weibo versus G2. Now, Broken Blade got a solo kill on Breathe, pulled out the Galio top. And I'll say this, I've had problems with Yike applying pressure to the game. On Nocturne, you can do that a lot more easier, I will say, honestly. Hansama got, caught out early on fighting the Weibo bot lane. And throughout the game, it was pretty back and forth. But then later on, as the game went, G2 were able to actually out-team fight them and actually get the game to go in their favor. If G2 play this style against T1, is it possible that they can win? There's a shot. But do I think they're going to win? Probably not. Probably going to have to get their win against another team. To be fair, the matches coming up, the 2-1 matches, I think those are the ones that'll lock you in top 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if G2 beat T1 coming up, they're in top 8. And what a way to show how decent of a Western team you are if you beat T1 to be in top 8. Is that going to happen? I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I think G2 this year, what are they, like 7-1 or 7-2 against T1?
Yeah.
Or 2-7. Sorry, 2-7.
2-7.
2-3. No, you're right. It's 2. Yeah.
It's just very unlikely they end up doing this.
Also, I will say, last year, G2 ended up beating Weibo when they had the Shy and Weiwei, and they actually managed to beat them with a different top in jungle. So, I guess this is one of the benchmark. They're like, Weibo is kind of like a girl you go to at a bar where it's like that fat bitch, and you don't
know this analogy.
A fat bitch.
You don't talk to girls.
Oh.
A fat bitch.
So you use this fat girl to practice your skills on. So when the prettier girl comes around, you know how to rizz her up, right? This is trolling from Broken Blade. That's straight trolling. I don't know why you did that. That's trolling.
I'm gonna tell you right now, fat girl get the best hell you talking about. It dope. Shit, I'm just saying.
So I found it really interesting. They beat Weibo last year and also this year. So it just gets like Weibo's that benchmark Eastern team to beat, I guess. You can beat Weibo, then maybe it's possible you can beat the other ones. Probably not, honestly. But yeah, G2 did this last year. They did it today. So that's good. They have someone consistent against this team. Because to be fair, they kind of have similar play styles anyway. I guess it just depends on whoever gets the better team fight. There was a fight where Xiaohu was greeting for kills. Like there was a part where G2's like shoving it all the way into their base. And Xiaohu just tries to overforce on Tristan and lose. It's like, oh god, dude, what are you doing? That's the problem with Xiaohu is like he can play so well, but there's games he just absolutely just runs it so hard. Weibo we're getting Baron here, and then G2 are like, oh, we'll just get a turret. I'm not sure you really trade those kind of things against Eastern teams, but this is Weibo, so it doesn't really matter because they're not really a benchmark for anything good, really, apparently. If they make top 8 this year, you'll see.
I think it's going to be hard for them not to.
All right. Anything else you're going to say about G2?
Nah, I'm not surprised that this team.
That's the last game? This is the last game.
Yeah, it's the last game.
Then we have the best of 3s today.
Yeah, we do. We got the best of 3s. Well, you
did
guys
you
watched these. I did. I watched TL Pain and I watched the game 3 of Gam versus.
I watched them all live.
You watched them all live. Oh god, I'm pretty sure you had
I woke up at 5:00 and I was like, I'm up. I might as well.
Same. I woke up. I missed game. What was it? I missed game 1 of the Fnatic series.
It actually happened. Gam managed to upset another Western team. I don't get it. But to be fair, it's nice to have the games that early when I wake up, so I have something to watch, honestly. So we won't be having games again until my next day off, which is Thursday. So they're going to get a 2-day break. And then they're going to be playing again on Thursday. But there's no breaks. These teams are probably putting in like triple block scrims. So that's no break. Unless you're trying to eat out Shox' ass, which I would do, honestly. All right. Am I wrong?
You're wrong that you would get a chance.
You know I could raise her up. She has a cat.
What the fuck did that mean?
I don't know. All right. Mad Lions versus Gam. Well, you guys saw more than this to me. I only saw game 3. So what was your takeaway from the series about why Mad Lions lost?
It was crazy because you know what's actually weird? It went from the fastest game at Worlds to like the game 1 was the fastest one of at Worlds this so far, I believe. It's crazy. Like I genuinely was like, Mad Lions put it together. They've done it. I know
They did it.
The game threw a lot of this away, but at the same time, Mads really took advantage of it. And I was like,
They did it
really
and
got
threw a lot
something.
against Fnatic too. They were winning in that Fnatic game as well. They're just I don't understand how a team like them can be competent at getting leads and never push it at all. It's so weird. So yeah, what are the biggest takeaways from Mad? I mean, if you're Mad and you got here with 4 rookies and Elyoya, I guess you're kind of happy that they got here. But Mad Lions is constantly doing this at Worlds. They went 1-4, people. 1-4.
I don't think Elyoya is that good. I genuinely don't think this team has a future.
You think they're going to be changing out most of the players, or at least like
I don't think they're going to change anybody out because they think that this was satisfactory with the age of the group. But the reality is, I don't think they have a future because I genuinely don't think the person they're building around is as good as people make him out to be. His ability to play on the international stage is not that good.
Well, to be fair, remember it was a nepotistic thing anyway. He was friends with Ebai, and Ebai had to purchase a majority stake in Mad Lions in a collaborational effort with his brand. And he's really good friends with Elyoya, and he basically asked him, hey, what players do you want? And he said, I want these players, these rookies from the academy system. I mean, this was his project. This is what he wanted. He's like, I don't want to play with Niski. I don't want to play with Hylissang. I don't want to play with Carzzy. I don't want to play with Chasey. They're trash. And then he ended up having the same result as he did last year. I just find that super ironic. He had the same result with rookies as he did with veteran players. The only time he's ever been successful was with Humanoid and Mad Lions back in 2020. Keep in mind, they also had Peter Dunn and Mac at that time too. So a lot of different dynamic there. But Mad Lions is just never good, hasn't been good internationally since Armut, honestly, which is
don't say Armuts like that again in your life. It's Armuts.
Armut, it don't matter.
It matters to me.
The last time we saw him, Jensen wanted to kill him.
Yeah. That's true. I do remember that.
I can't believe Dignitas straight up bought a meme player. I don't get it. But the only year they were ever good was with Armut, and that is just so bad, honestly. They haven't been good since like 2021. They've completely just fallen off. Horrible records at Worlds. Bombing out in playing stages, 2020, 2022, 2023, they went 1-4. Right? Yeah, they went 1-4. This year they went 1-4. For the last 2 years, they've gone 2-8 at World Championships.
Yep.
They lost 7. They went what 0-3 at MSI. So their international record from last year to this one would be like fucking hell. What 2-11? What do we do at this point? I don't know what you do with Mad Lions if you have. To be fair, I've never liked people say, well, Western teams having aspirations for internet. These guys aren't winning anyway. What aspirations do you have? Get top 8 at Worlds? That's the real goal benchmark for people is getting top 8? That's crazy, honestly.
I mean, it's better than a aspiration of nothing. You shouldn't aspire to be the best in your region. You should aspire to the best out of everybody. That should.
I would say this. I would say shoot for being a domestic champion first. So that's an easier.
Never shoot for low.
Title.
No, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere.
Michael Jordan shot for their stars.
No. Oh god.
Michael Jordan took that personally.
Yeah, no. Once he realized he could beat the teams above him, he went, all right, cool. Where do I go next? Boom.
Michael Jordan came into the league thinking he was the best.
No, what I'm saying is like that's not
because he always got overlooked.
Because the problem here with that, the thing is, they're not going to do well internationally anyway. So what benchmark are you standing for yourself? Randomly making a top 8 like NRG did last year is good.
I mean,
is it?
If we're going by this basic, this basic aspiration, then Mad Lions achieved everything they really wanted to this year.
No, I agree with. If you're going with the roster they had, which are probably really cheap, the only person that costs a lot on the roster is Elyoya.
What does cheapness have to do with anything, man? You shouldn't.
No, because I'm saying we know the orgs don't make any money, so the amount of money they're probably paying these guys is probably dirt outside of Elyoya. They managed to make Worlds. They got a couple of finals. They got season finals. Yeah, I would say they had a successful year as far as like what the expectations were going into it. But the only reason why I bring up the domestic thing is like Western teams aren't doing well at Worlds anyway. So what are you really trying to achieve?
They could have paid me $2,000 to $3,000 to run it down with the rest of Bad Lions anyways. I would have ran it down with them.
Yeah, because if you're going to go to Worlds and you can't even beat like GAM, I mean,
But Gam's always been the team that if you underestimate them, they beat you. Like it's the same thing with PSG, where people say, "Oh, the Western team should be PSG." PSG has always played up to us.
they've always played competitively against like LCS, LEC teams all the time. It's been very few times they haven't. But to be fair, it's kind of only they do have Maple doing that. When Maple retires this year, I don't know if they'll be as competitive without him, but as for right now, the analogy still stands. But yeah, guys, Mad Lions is out. Their year is over. I guess if this is success, then I guess you got it. But bombing out at Worlds, going 1-4. They went 1-4.
I love how you're giving him credit for a win. Giving him a win.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they were one of the worst teams at the World Championship. No one had expectations for these guys anyway. I mean, like, come on, Alvaro.
I don't think anybody expected them to go 3-0 though. I think that
you saw them last year, right?
they got to play some bad teams. I was like, they could beat GAM. I mean,
They arguably on paper have a way weaker roster than they do last year. This is probably expected, honestly. Give or take, if you think Niski's better than Frescowi, I guess, right?
I don't even understand Frescowi's name, let alone his play.
He played up against Knight. I felt so bad for him. He looked like he was just completely gapped. I felt so bad for the guy. He looked like he didn't know what to do against a player like that. He looked like he just ran it down so hard. So, yeah, this is what Mad Lions has accustomed to, being just worthless dog shit Euro trash.
My favorite thing about Mad was they were like, I can't remember what somebody said something to them, but they're like, we know how to play the game. No, you don't. That's not true.
Super said he was better than Deft.
Yeah, Super says some super stupid stuff.
Yeah.
He couldn't be, and Deft didn't even play that. Deft hasn't been good since like 2022, right? He definitely been running it down himself, but he was better than Super, right?
Yeah, his career peaked in the finals.
I'm so happy for Deft.
At least he won a World's Trophy before he retired. That's good enough, right?
Is he fully retired?
Yeah, he has to do military service after this year, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't win the stupid
Yeah, if he had went to Worlds, it would get extended if he had went to the World Championship.
It's the Asian Games. If you win the Asian Games, that's why Faker doesn't have any.
Yeah, because he's the LPL killer. Honestly. Daddy Faker just wins everything. Chaz, why can't you tell your dad to stop winning everything? Can he share some of the trophies with us? Can we get some? You know? I think Chaz left it.
No, I'm still here. I'm like,
you left me like my dad.
I was like, who the fuck you know? Faker?
Hey,
man, you gotta be good. You gotta be good, man. You can't just
let me get some of them trophies, man. I'm starving out here. I will say this. I did like that. Who pulled out the Kennen pick in the game? I think it was Kennen, another great team fighting pick that just thrown away for no real reason whatsoever because reasons, obviously. That's why I hate the West. Just throw away.
The problem with Kennen is the fact that he is inconsistent in Gage. Obviously, you have to either have flash or some sort of thing, and his other ways, his lane poke. Obviously, if you're gonna have lane poke, Rumble does it better. Everything he does, there is a champion out there that does what he does better now. That's why he's not as picked as often as he used to be.
So that girl's only good at missionary, but this other girl's good at everything.
I will literally destroy you. I don't like that. Man's laughing like a goofy, stupid Disney character.
All right, so Gam.
Yeah, he's laughing like Goofy, actual Goofy.
Gam beat Mad Lions. Mad Lions is a disappointment, worthless taco enchilada eating, worthless piece of shit. So
taco enchilada eating.
Team Liquid versus Pain. So this is the preview of next year, right? NA versus Brazil. Riot's all in on we gotta go against Brazil. It's like, guys, Brazil's always been bad. I don't think it's ever been good at any point, even for minor region standards. Yeah. Tien randomly just blowing his flash, that's just, man, good lord, that level of gameplay is just so. I'm pretty sure he gets away with that in Brazil. The fact that he probably does is sad. That is horrible. All right. What did you guys think of the TL versus Pain series? The casters were saying these guys were playing really scared, and it's like, felt like it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of mistakes that just shouldn't have happened. and you could see it throughout the entire time. And again, Pain Gaming had a good mindset on what they should do in the game. They just couldn't execute. It's unlike Fnatic, who has a bad mindset and can execute. I think I really do think they could have done something with what they were thinking, at least. Like I like their coaches. I think their coaches are pretty good.
I think Spawn just did a really good job. Yeah.
Is it Spawn?
Yeah, Spawn's their head coach. He's did a very good job, I'll say. Because you can tell the evolution of their gameplay has gotten better. I just don't know why at the World Championship from this year to last year that it always just dissolves into this, like, why are they so afraid to not make the plays that they would normally go for? But, you know, obviously they can do it in the LCS because they're not getting punished as hard, but they're not even doing the basic stuff they did good, you know? I don't know what's happening with the team. But today, this game ended off with Yon popping off on Kaisa. He ended up, I think, 8 kills by the time the game was over. I think 9 kills actually. Yeah. To be fair, I'll say that the casters were basically saying the team were playing really scared and they were making a lot of mistakes, which are true. But if Yon can't carry from Kaisa with a 5-0 lead, I think he might.
I had no faith in Yon in the beginning.
If you have 5 kills on Kaisa,
I'm just saying at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, I genuinely had no faith in Yon, and I think he is drastically improved. Like, remember last Worlds? The last time he was at Worlds?
And Umpty is definitely the worst player on this team, even though Impact kind of grieved today.
Ezreal.
I keep forgetting Umpty's on this team sometimes. So like,
you don't gotta tell me he's trash. I've seen this guy's whole career. He's just trash to mediocre. We're ranging on what do the kids say nowadays? They call it mid. He's like the definition of what mid is if you looked it up in a dictionary.
I'm saying, what do the kids say? You're not 75 years old.
Hey,
I know how to rizz up the ladies. It's easy.
Oh God. Don't ever say Riz again. Riz. Every time I hear you say Riz, I'm like, God.
All right. Pain Gaming's out. Team Liquid moves on. Who did Team Liquid? We have the match. Let's go preview the matches coming up, honestly.
Team Liquid.
You have them up?
Yeah, I have them up.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm looking at them right now. But yeah, you know, these were the elimination matches. Yeah, Mad Lions being out is like, how did BDS not get here? It's just so stupid. Oh, BDS, you're so trash.
BDS is not good either. Stop hyping them up. They're trash too.
They should be here, at least where Mad Lions were thinking about the success they had in the LEC this year, but doesn't matter because Nook just pulls his pants down and take a dildo in his ass when he plays against Cap, so it's fine.
Okay.
God.
Oh.
Fucking. He just. It's like. Man. Damn, I can't say that on YouTube. Fuck. Yeah, have you guys ever seen you guys ever seen I Spit on Your Grave? It's like the moment where that girl just knew she was gonna get raped by those guys. You just
stop with that. Stop with you. Just because you're saying the word "great" doesn't make it less weird.
That's what the YouTube censors won't hit me.
I don't care about the YouTube censor. What is up with you and your
said
obsession?
To censor, Mike. You said to
I said to shut up. I told you to be quiet.
God, man, you want me to get on my knees for you? Fucking hell, dude.
I don't think I want your mouth anywhere near my pee-pee, dude.
Hey, yo, what?
You don't brush your teeth.
You got 2 inches.
You about to give my wiener cavities.
God, you don't even shave your pubes. You said you let that shit grow like a forest.
And you know what? It's just so I can hide it so girls can't see how small it is. If they can't see it, they won't know.
Hey, yo, okay. What the fuck did I...
James, you need Jesus.
James and MSK both of y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
James only allows Chaz around his dick.
What? WZ, what's wrong with you, WZ?
I'm sorry for anybody that
WZ knows what's up.
If you're listening to this episode of the podcast on your way to work, please mute this so you don't actually crash. Honestly.
No. Like I've always said, make sure if you're listening to the MSK stream or show, make sure you have headphones on.
If they're listening to your stream, they're probably not allowed to drive.
Yeah, that too. And also, viewer discretion is advised.
Really? Is it?
Yes.
I'm family friendly.
Need to put no. You need to put that shit. You need to put that shit at the beginning of each episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
40% of your streams, you just pull up porn midway through it.
I never watch porn. I go to church every Sunday. All right.
He used to pull up porn.
Swiss stage round 4. coming up. 2-1 matches. So some of these will lead into top 8 potentially, from what I understand. All right. So the first match, Top Esports versus DK. I'm just gonna say Top Esports win because DK, I think, are just pure frauds, honestly.
You're hating on DK, dude. Oh. Welcome back.
Homolife versus FlyQuest. If FlyQuest beat Homolife, they're gonna make top 8.
Oh my god. I don't think I could expect anything less than that. If FlyQuest ended up winning that, I don't think I could be happier.
And these are best of threes, right?
I did tell you FlyQuest is going to win Worlds, so.
Chaz, get your man.
Don't look at me, man. Do not
Chaz
look
always
at me.
blushes to James's compliments. All right. FlyQuest versus Homolife. Imagine a world where FlyQuest is top 8. I hate it.
Homolife just looks too good, honestly.
I just don't think Fly has even if Homolife ever have like a bad day, or they're still, because you know how Korean teams, they'll kind of like scale up with Worlds, they'll play better as the tournament goes. Yeah. I just have no faith in FlyQuest. I'm Top Esports and Fly are making it to top 8. No, sorry, Top Esports and Homolife are making it top 8. Sorry. G2 versus T1. Woo, another top 8. Can G2 do it? If they beat T1, they're in top 8. They can do that by Caps shoving his fucking long arm down Faker's throat. Ugh. Is it possible? I think T1 wins. I'm just saying.
I do too. I do think T1's gonna. I think it's gonna. I honestly think there's a high chance that all 3 Korean teams win tomorrow, or not tomorrow.
Thursday morning. I mean, could we wake up and watch these live? I don't think we can because Chaz has work. I could wake up and watch these live. These are same time as today.
Yeah, I'll probably
5 a.m. Pacific time is 8 a.m. Eastern.
You'll be at work.
Today.
Yeah.
No, I'll be asleep. 5 a.m. It's 3 hours. Yeah, I realize. 5 a.m. Like it's
5 a.m. is 8 for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I'll be asleep. That's me. But okay,
I can watch these live. I don't care.
All these are best of 3s, right? No,
the first.
It's only 2 on Thursday.
They're all best of 3s. Once you get to
these 2 are best of 3s. Yeah. I know that.
There's no best of 1s left. They're all.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's all best of 3s. So then, yep, you're right. These 2 I can watch, and these I can't. Obviously, I work Fridays and Saturdays. But BLG versus PSG. If PSG actually upset BLG, aren't they out? Right? Well, there's no way. Best of 3? No way. BLG has it. There's no way.
That would be great. That would be something that would make me happy.
My world will crumble if BLG lose to PSG.
BLG's just never. BLG's been overhyped 2 years in a row.
Fnatic versus Weibo. Where's the rematch of last year? Weibo knocked them out last year. I think Weibo's gonna do it this year again.
I think there's a high chance that Weibo loses this. They're just not that good.
Against Fnatic, I'll never take Fnatic. Weibo.
That's fair. It's not expected, but
I'm never taking Fnatic in anything.
Weibo has looked really bad this Worlds.
Weibo have Xiaohu, and Fnatic have 0 players on their team. It's basically playing against 5 wards. Then you have the encore matchup, Team Liquid versus GAM. The rematches of last year. We got the rematches. TL's so lucky they're not facing off against Weibo in a best of 3. Oh, you're so lucky, guys. But you might lose to GAM again. Wouldn't it be funny if they lost to GAM twice in the same year, in the same position?
That would not be funny. I honestly could not. Why do you hate Team Liquid?
I just want NA to fail at this point. I
Why?
don't care anymore.
This is our last year. Let them try and succeed.
GAM, please win.
We got we're not even in
MSK. You are not American, then.
We're not even a region after this year. Let us have this year.
We're the Americas region.
We're not. This is the end of NA.
All right. I hope LCS loses all their games. So I'm going top Homolife, T1, BLG, Weibo, and you know what? Because I don't care about Team Liquid winning because I think they're just not playing well. I want GAM to win. Upset them in the same position again.
GAM just doesn't look better than Team Liquid right now.
I want Umpty to cry.
I'm going to go DK, Fly, T1, B.
You're picking DK over Top Esports?
I do. I think that's probably going to be the closest one out of all. The two closest ones are going to be Top Esports and DK and G2 versus T1, I think.
Yeah.
I think those are going to be the 2 closest games. FlyQuest is probably just going to blow out Halma Life, so that doesn't even really matter.
Yeah.
PSG is just not good. BLG, Weibo, Gam. What do you mean Weibo with confidence? Weibo with confidence is crazy. Gam is not going to win. Gam's not going to win.
I'm predicting the upset.
It is an upset if it happens. I mean, Gam is just not
They
as
did it
good
before. They did do it last year.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but the discrepancy between the quality of their last series is very much in favor of Team Liquid. Team Liquid looked like a way more complete team in that series.
You said Impact couldn't even Mega Gnar properly.
It doesn't matter. Impact is always in the right place. Sometimes just not within Gnar bar.
Which is the whole point of Gnar.
I just don't give him Nargan, please. He's also keeps getting solo killed by everybody. By the worst. He's only getting solo killed by the worst top players at the tournament.
Time to shut Yappa up for good.
Breed got him. Then he got solo killed by Pain Gaming's. What is he doing?
All right, Chaz. What are your predictions for the rest of the best of threes?
Okay. I got Top Esports over DK. Hanwha over Fly.
Oh, that's nonsense.
T1 over G2. Sadly. BLG over PSG. I got Weibo.
I know you don't believe in Fnatic. Don't even front to me.
I got Weibo over Fnatic. I have no faith in Fnatic. Oh shit. You know what? Let me just concede. I'm trying to play Pokemon here, but I'm not even paying attention. Yeah, the guy said, "Oh, I won." No, I lost. He didn't win. He got game, and I'm going game over Team Liquid.
You crazy! You did that. First of all, how dare you not choose FlyQuest over Halma Life?
We watched the same teams.
I chose. I'm predicting a.
You got mad at us because we predicted an upset, but he didn't want to. Oh,
you're
predicting against our country.
Yeah,
you're not a patriot.
I am a patriot, but I'm a realist as well. I'm
casually optimistic is what I call myself.
This is why you don't want to pay taxes, because you're a stupid communist.
Who the fuck you? What?
Talking to MSK.
I'm about to say you better. I'll knock you the fuck out. You call me a communist.
Oh, you care about being called a communist?
I'm knocking the fuck out and ship your ass to Russia.
Don't you trust my king?
Man, shut your ass up. I'll ship you with him. Nigga, I'm gonna ship you with him.
You're trying to throw them hands outside? Well, you want to just run it? You want to run it?
Yeah, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
God, I'm trying to give you my ex's whole hole, but you trying to have mine.
Wait, bro. If Halma Life and T1 lose, there's a chance that Fly versus G2 happens. I think I flipped my position on that. I do want to.
This might be the first World Championship where we have no NA versus EU ever.
Yep.
That's true.
That's crazy to think about. No NA versus EU at all. That's thing. Even though I don't care for it as much as other people do sometimes, to be fair, if that's the only thing people look for validation on, at least give them that. Because, from last year, our only narrative was, oh, NRG beat G2. And I'm like, where is NRG now? Exactly. Out. Completely gone, honestly.
They're not even an organization anymore. They're gone.
Just left the LCS. They got the Riot money, and they were like, you know what? We're gone. That's insane, actually. So, Walter's here. What's up, man? How you guys doing? So, yeah, that's it for League Talk. We'll be here just for a little bit longer. So I got to go to the gas station to get some drinks. I have to drink away my sorrow and pain of being a hot, lonely guy.
I talked to those people at the gas station. Did you know they said they keep all the Kickstarts in stock just because of you?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Damn. I'm a one-man show. Crazy.
It literally is. You're the only person who orders them.
God, nigga, you don't need no goddamn Kickstarts, nigga.
I'm not ordering any Kickstarts. I'm drinking water now.
Bullshit.
My man's pee must be orange and smells like cream cheese. That's so nasty. Drink some water, dude.
I have water. What are you talking about?
Where's it at?
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
In your house. This man's about to die at 32 because he has a heart attack.
32.
Cholesterol.
He ain't gonna make it to 30.
He's already. Well, that's too late.
I'll be 30 this year. I'm old at this point, man. I'm rusty.
Yeah, your insides are rusted.
Hey. I go to the gym still about 3 times a week, mostly 2 if I'm busy. You know, we gotta go back to the gym again. What else am I went?
There's plenty of water in those kickstands. There's water and alcohol too. There's water in every liquid.
You're an alcoholic. What are you talking about?
Okay, first of all, that's not true.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Damn.
You beat me when you get drunk, remember?
Hey, yo.
That's me. You don't understand. I'd be taking these guys to a bar, and he doesn't drink, and I do, and I talk to all his friends. Like, where are you at?
Whispered the hard ER inward in my ear and turned me on.
I should do not say that again.
Oh god. Oh my god. But yeah, overall for the World Championship, Sharks looks like an absolute snack, and I would love to snack on that pussy.
Yeah,
Chaz left us. This whole time he ain't 30. But yeah, just it's a little boring seeing Yone versus Smolder like it was boring this year seeing fucking Corky versus Zeri. Corky Zeri, that was our meta the entire year.
Corky Zeri is at least more fun. I like watching Corky because of his package. I'm gonna pause on that one. I mean, he's passive.
What?
I go to the bathroom real quick.
Very good.
We're gonna forget about what I just said there.
We're gonna forget about what. All right. I love seeing a person blow his load out of his package right down my throat.
See, somehow what you just said still wasn't worse than what I said. Hard ER, what you mean Kickstarter? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called anyway. Isn't it a Kickstarter? I don't even know.
No, it's just called
Pull one up. You probably got one on the floor right now. Pull it up on the screen. Dad, man, you're an addict.
And it's always fruit punch.
It's always the last.
It's always the fruit punch.
I tried the black cherry ones.
Black cherry one is the best one.
I tried.
You don't like? No, you don't like it because they got the word black in it.
That is true. I don't disagree. But I did try it, and it tastes like actually licking a black girl's butthole.
This man just has.
You ain't never licked a black girl's butthole. I know that's a lie.
I lick my carpet.
You better not be.
What? What? James will be the only one here looking black girl's butthole.
He said he did a black girl. I'm like, you did a black girl. Your mom's disowning you, calling it right now.
What is up with you and your racism?
Your mom not going to allow some hood rat into her.
My mom would not care if I dated a black girl.
I don't know, man. Nope. Don't allow that in that family.
Trying to
nope.
call my
pure white
Perry's racist.
I need that family pure white bread. No black is entering that family. I won't allow it.
Hey, we let you come at 4th of July. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm white.
You were not white. Honestly, when I was trying to take you home after the fireworks show, I lost track of you because it was nighttime.
Damn.
No, you only left because
black.
Lennon came. She's like, I got nothing to do. I want to put some meat in my mouth. She got all this meat, all this free food.
Honestly, though,
like, I'm leaving.
Those kebabs were delicious, and I wish I had more.
I didn't try one of those. I had the white patties your dad made. That was so good.
Look it over there, because I would have put some meat in her mouth.
You can't
Please,
do that.
literally, Chaz, I will ship her in a box to you if you take her.
We will give you her near mint condition.
No.
And guess what? I'm a returner. Heavily played.
No, don't return her. That's the problem. You're not understanding. You keep it.
Don't send back to sender. Nope.
Don't send back to sender. That's me. Okay. I'm on the bus about 5
Chaz, you go. Chaz, when you come down though, we're gonna have a massage off. You can give the best massage.
What is wrong with James?
I'm getting tired. I'm sorry.
James, you said I'm down bad, dude, bro.
Chaz, how am I supposed to control myself around you? That's not my fault.
That's why how you said I'm too worried that nigga.
Hey, we be in the middle of a stream. We had her in the car, and we're like, me and Joseph are talking about something, and I look at the chat, and Ches is over there. Oh my god, if I was in that car, it's like, Chaz, you're not allowed in this car because of what you just said.
Yeah, man was simply for everything she said.
And
everything.
She talking
she was,
about something.
I was trying to tell her what a bitch she was, how stupid she was, what a thought she was, and she was like, Miss K, stop being mean to that girl.
And we were talking about random stuff, looking out the window. We're like, oh, it's cold in San Diego. I bet you I could keep you warm, Lennon, if I was there. And I was the one that said it. She didn't even say nothing.
God, she says MSK was abusive, and Chaz was like, "Yep, I can confirm that." Like, what the fuck, you simp ass bitch? God damn,
nigga, you was abusive. You call our own names and shit, nigga. We got receipts, nigga. I got receipts.
That's not
nigga.
abuse. That was God's way of telling me to knock this bitch out.
What? Why do you have so many of these? And why did you even want that?
I'm just pointing out. She's one of the girls that does the horoscope sign bullshit, and I'm like, wow.
That's like 80% of girls, dude.
God, I hate if a girl does that. It's so stupid. We're talking about Lennon. No matter what month you're born in, that does not apply to every single. It's just like, oh god, explain the girls is so stupid.
And it's funny because it's always those goofy, stupid girls that be talking about that. They be like, they always ask me, they're like, hey, what are you, by the way? I'm like, I'm a Scorpio. She's like, oh. Well, it can't work out with us because you're a conniving. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're right about me.
We got her the guy. Remember? She was like, I want to find some nerd guys. And we got her one. And she was like, I don't know about this one. Oh, my God. God, man. One day I'll choke that bitch out. Throw her off a roof.
Chaz, when you coming down?
When I get some money.
You said you were going to New York, remember?
Yeah, James is supposed to be in New York. When you gonna be in New York, James?
I'll go down to New York. I'll take you with me, Joseph.
What's that? What's New York?
You don't want to move? Go somewhere? You want to get on a plane with me?
A plane and we go and have hot gay butt sex in Hawaii?
Dude, that's what I want to do. I want to get together with you. Like, wait, no, hold on a second. I wasn't talking about that. I'm just gonna point this out. Not what I was talking about.
That statement out of context is wild.
There's no out of context. I was not. I skipped that part of the conversation.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was talking about we need to do one of those nerd erotic things that he does where he does a get together, but you do it with like 5 of your fan base, and I'm pretty sure at least one of them will try and kill you.
Oh shit!
What could
be a fun time, though.
No, it was fun having Iron and Selena come out. I gotta talk to them and see if they want to do it again. It was pretty fun doing the show that night. It's just so hard sometimes doing it. They came out to us. We came out to them through the Vegas thing. It's their turn this time around, isn't it? Yeah, it's their turn. So, hopefully Iron can bring one of his sisters. He said he has a sister, and I'm like,
what are you gonna do with her, Joseph? You don't know what to do with girls.
He says
you don't know what to do with yourself.
He said he couldn't date his sister.
If I put a bag of cooked rice in front of you, you wouldn't be able to make it.
Oh shit!
You wouldn't be able to cook it. I don't want to hear it.
I burnt minute rice, and it wasn't my fault. Okay,
that's not true. That's not. You did not do that.
I did. I was playing League one day, and the rice burnt. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even making that up. I actually burnt minute rice. I'm not even kidding.
I don't know what to say about you, James. You're not in Korea anymore. Thank God. Thank God, yeah. I'm not in Korea.
Fuck them egg rolls.
I literally could not have been more miserable.
Fuck them egg rolls.
They are all racist over there. They won't let you in the clubs unless you're Asian. It's crazy.
Don't let you in the clubs if you're no way. No way.
I was sitting in this stupid what's it called? In this bar, and I was just sitting there for like 30 seconds. These Asian guys get drunk and they start singing. And I'm like, we're in the middle of a bar. They don't do that in America.
I'm probably singing about Kim Jong-un and Pearl Harbor.
There's like that, and they're screaming. Then they walk up to girls and be like, Yamateyo, whatever they're saying. I don't know what they're saying. And I'm like, dude, I don't even speak your language, but I know you're not speaking game right now.
They're rapping. They're natural rappers. They spit bars.
Better than Lil Pump.
They're better than Lil Pump, Kendrick Lamar. They're better than Lil Wayne. Before we go, what did you guys think about the thing where basically they chose Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne for the Super Bowl halftime show?
It made sense. Okay. Jay-Z said he said he didn't want to go to a city and try to get a rapper from that city because even though Lil Wayne is bigger than the city he's from, Jay-Z has issues from Lil Wayne. Plus, he's trying to go off somebody that's more popular. Kendrick's popular, but the issue is this: a lot of Kendrick songs are either political or they're older songs. Not old, but
You
they're
don't think
older.
why is because Lil Wayne endorsed Trump back the previous election. And he ended up getting
no, it's way.
That might have something to do with it.
No,
maybe.
It's way before Trump.
Also, Jay-Z doesn't even like Lil Wayne. There'd be a reason why he wouldn't want him.
Jay-Z had a falling out with Lil Wayne, and that's because of Birdman. Plus also Jay-Z and Garrett had a fallout. Kendrick's the hot new thing, but it's also it's all about money. You get the most popular person. You never get the best one. You get the most popular one, in a sense.
Good review. We're probably going to end up doing that on Thursday because he's too tired tonight. We're probably just going to go to the gas station and just go back home, honestly. So
probably a minor.
See, the issue is Kendrick gonna be singing all the songs that he did about Drake. Because honestly, that's gonna get tired real quick. Because they overplay not like us so many times on the fucking radio. It's like, do you want to hear all the diss track? Because it's like
one of my least favorite songs. I genuinely do not like Kendrick Lamar at all, and it's crazy. And I'm not trying to be like one of the I don't like rap like that.
Yeah,
I don't like your guys' music.
They glorify gang hood shit. Fuck them.
It's not even just that. Everyone says Kendrick's last good album was, and depending on it's either Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, or Good Kid, That's It. To me, Kendrick has 2 good albums and 1 classic. But those are 7 years ago. And anybody that says Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was a good album. Me and MSK had that thing earlier. I was like, it's good for what it is, but it's not an album I'm gonna listen to 10 years down the line and say this is good. This is
okay. So how I've always looked at it was sometimes what Jay-Z said doesn't even make sense when they've offered certain people roles in the halftime show. They offered Lady Gaga to do one. She wasn't even relevant.
She's popular.
At that moment in time. She was popular in movies. She wasn't popular in music. They did it for Rihanna. No, Usher last year. Yeah, it was Usher last year. It was Rihanna before that.
No, Usher's been dropping hits, and he has hits.
Yeah. Has Rihanna been doing that recently? I don't think she has, right?
She still has. You gotta realize it's hits.
I was just saying that the thing that you said that he brought up, where got to bring the most current popular person. It's that's not even applicable for sometimes.
Usher was popular, even coming back into the same thing with Rihanna.
Lady Gaga had been removed. She'd been doing movies for the longest time at this point now.
But she was still popular, even through the movies.
Sorry. Are you saying just singing, or are you talking about just popularity overall?
Popularity overall, because don't forget she was singing in the movies too.
You're right. Yeah.
That's the thing too. The Weeknd just dropped an album that year. Think about the one in the Super Bowl in LA. Mm-hmm. That was the only one where they got people. Think about Eminem just dropped a couple albums. Snoop Dogg is always going to be popular. He's always going to be relevant. Dr. Dre's from LA. Makes sense. 50 Cent because it was Eminem. Mary J. Blige. Get everybody, put them all together. You get Kendrick come out at the opening. He was part of Interscope with Dr. Dre. It's the whole connection. Now they're trying, let's put Kendrick by himself. Does Kendrick have hits? Yes. But they're mostly with other people. He has some hits on his own that I say are some of the best songs. But think about it. Kendrick's, you got Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers. Then his album before that was the Black Panther soundtrack, the first one. People, that shit slapped. MSK, do you remember what we said were the 3 best things about the Black Panther movie? The costume design.
Yeah.
Costume design, music, and
why doesn't have the
photography and stuff. It was something else. But we said the two out of the 3 best things were costume design and music. And Kendrick was the one that helped produce that album or that soundtrack. That's me. He has that. You know, you can bring out The Weeknd because he was on Pray For Me. Bring out feature King's Dead with J Rock. You can J Rock Money Trees. He has songs.
One thing. Apparently, a lot of the NA fans are mad at this. To be fair, NA fans are always mad at stupid stuff anyway. They're really sensitive bunch of little bitches anyway. Apparently, they were mad at this clip. I haven't seen this, so I can't comment on it yet. Apparently, they were mad at this clip that Team Liquid released of Core JJ's conversation with Spawn.
Play the game like 700 hours in the next 3 days. We're just not hitting buttons though.
Yeah, it's a foreign thing.
And it's just literally like we're fucking flashing into walls. We're not actually hitting people with ultimates. We're teleporting in the shittest places ever. I just feel like we need to watch and play the game more.
Yeah. Now the whole company can.
Damn.
Play the game.
Why is there? So there's a camera right there. How did he not notice this being something he shouldn't talk about?
I think he noticed. I think what it was, he did. It's one of those things where you're in the heat of the moment. You just need to, talk real quick. 700 hours is 3 days. Bold move. I mean, it's one of those things. It's the whole thing when you lose enough time. It's a meme now where these guys are like, oh, I'm gonna take the night off while this guy's just practicing running. It's like that's the reason I practice 4 hours of Pokemon every day or 3 hours. It's like sometimes you gotta practice till it hurts and then you just go to sleep, practice again, It's the same thing. You guys, why are you making us? It's
I'll be
the same
honest,
thing too.
played bad like this for a while. I mean, I'm not saying he hasn't had talks like this with him before, but the people that got mad about this, I agree with this. This is the reason why the West doesn't win. This should happen. Like, what's the point of a coach if they don't give you what's the point of being a coach if they don't give you the feedback and they don't give you like the harsh truths about your gameplay? Why are they even there then at that point? Why are you wasting money on the coach?
They're supposed to coach you for plays, but it's like they're coaches and then there's actual managers. Mm-hmm. Like managers, coaches is actually better than manager. Managers just he's more for the company while coach is more for the players.
Studies have shown that athletes perform significantly better with positive reinforcement. Tell that to Michael Jordan. He punched people.
Being well rested over neck. No, it depends on the player. Michael,
the videos from the LPL and the LCK when the coaches talk to those players, I swear the LCK dudes are getting whipped in scrims to play as disciplined as they do. There's no way they're being talked to nice. No way.
And the thing with Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan knew.
Wasn't Shaq a horrible teammate allegedly?
Oh no, he was actually he was an absolute shit teammate.
I think that guy being a teammate was awful.
I think the biggest problem is that when it came down to obviously the Lakers in 2000 were just substantially better than everybody else. They have the best duo of all time, arguably. But what I would say is, and coach too. Agree. When you have that level of talent, that much of a talent level above everybody else, your ability to synergize is a little bit less important in terms of just like your ability to like each other. But when you are equalized or even slightly below each other, the only way you can close that gap is by making a good team environment and because mentality is one of the biggest things. If you look at like chess and stuff like that, one of the biggest things they talk about is the endurance factor. Yeah. And that is inhibited if you're in a bad mood. It's just
in the clip, he wasn't even pointing out like team play stuff because that's a 5v5 thing. Yeah. He was pointing out mechanical mistakes he's played, like missing ultimates in front of you.
I do want to say everything he said wasn't constructive. That's the big thing.
He didn't say anything wrong. It was one of those things where it's the I can't believe this shit got caught on live kind of thing.
I mean, I don't know. And to be fair, Core JJ knows it too. I mean, no one's saying he doesn't know it. But the thing here is, these are constant mistakes he's doing. It's not like he's even not done them. At a certain point, you let someone do something. If it bothers you, you tell them. But at a certain point, if they're not trying to fix it, then it's like
they either don't know or they don't give a shit.
Yeah, or they don't respect you enough to want to put in the effort to stop. To be fair, for anybody judging this man, it doesn't mean the next 3 days are going to be negative shit show. If the players want straight talk, then maybe this is what it looks like. This happens in their videos too. Their videos are like this a lot too. I mean, I know it's not as bad. The league community is always like this. I mean, I've seen so many videos of the LPL and Asian teams talk to each other, and it is very like one time I remember Team WE was so bad, the coach said, "You guys are all trash, and I'm trash." On a video. One of the EDG coaches yelled at them for starting a Baron they had no business starting and lost it. And the players went, "Yeah, you're right. We probably did."
There has to be a balancing between, again, there is multiple different facets of how successful coaching goes. We can change, we can look at Red Arbach, and we can look at Pat Riley, and then you can compare them to people like stupid Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr has no backbone and allows this player to do things, but he also builds a good team environment.
You know why? Because also Steve Kerr, he inherited a team. He was more. He's more of a numbers guy. He's not an actual coach. The coach now is okay. Do you know analytics? A lot of these coaches are analytic guys, and they don't know actually. They don't know to actually coach a team. They just look at numbers. All right, this works. This doesn't. I have to sit this guy down. It takes time. Steve Kerr didn't become a good coach until about 2019, and that's when I'm gonna start playing these guys a little more and more, and these players broke down. And
I think Steve Kerr is still a bad coach, honestly. But still. I think one of the big things is there's multiple different ways to tackle teams. Tackle how to handle teams.
Different teams are going to require a different person to kind of.
And it depends on that team whether or not what he said is either going to hurt them and he made a bad mistake, or that's exactly what they need. That's not for us to decide. That's for the team.
Yeah.
It will know if it was the wrong decision based on whether or not he keeps his job.
I will say this because Thorin said the community was getting mad. If you look at the quote tweets, like here, I'll just prove it to you. If you look at the quote tweets here, most people agree with him. Look at most of the top ones here.
I do want to.
They're like, it's no surprise to me. He's promoted. People agree with Spawn. No one really is mad at this. Unless if you got mad at that, you probably are just some sensitive little fucking asshole or something. I don't know.
I don't know why you guys are hating on this using analogies of stupid Shaq for League. I mean, the idea.
I would have to use some little analogy.
The idea carries across. Did you watch the Terrifier? What? No. Who do you think I am? Think I'm some nerd that just watches random movies for no reason? I don't watch movies unless it got Batman in it. That's what I watch. I don't watch stuff like that. What's that, Terrifier? The guy, I don't got no girl to hold me and hug me as I'm crying.
He said, "This is the relationship I have with Core JJ. He is my captain. We tell each other exactly how we feel, as guys should. I'm not even saying he needs to. I'm saying we as a team need to. Time to get ready for GAM." Well, you're gonna lose probably that game, but you know.
I think they can win. I've seen GAM too many times just beat motherfuckers when we saw they were the worst team. That's why two otherwise.
Yep. So those are our closing statements for the show. We had this extra show this week because we wanted to cover the rest of the games because, as you guys know, there was a lot of games that happened. So if I pile that much league into my brain, it's not going to process properly. Because I'm a genius and I have to take time to woo-saw my brain with the information. So yeah, are you coming over after we're done with this?
Yeah, I'll pick you up.
Do you need a hug?
I'm not going to come if you try and give me a hug.
Damn. He said, stay away, you little black roach.
Beat your little monkey. Oh.
What?
No, who said that?
God.
Walter said like 4 different paragraphs and no one responded. I
told Walter he's black, so he gets no response.
This man was talking about. This man responded to Chaz about rap.
Oh, I'm full screen. I can't see the chat.
He said,
"Pop, pick him up and clap." That's gay. Nope. I don't think the inherent argument works if you make something better than it ever was.
That was the thing I responded to earlier. He was talking about Steve Kerr inheriting what's it called? I did not call this man a coon. I didn't say that. That's not a word I said. But he was talking about the big thing he was talking about was the rapping and stuff like that.
Okay.
I would always say black rap has done a fair bit of its damage on certain things, but
I agree with what he's saying. It's not always glorifying the what's it called, but I think a large majority of rap does glorify kind of
No, the rap that gets promoted is the one that the majority of the rap is clean rap, but they promote the bullshit, and they incentivize rappers to do it because they'll pay you more. Oh yeah, do this, and we'll give you extra.
Comparing Eminem, who talks about the struggles he went to, versus DMX, who talks about show no love to homo thugs. That man is a psycho. I love that. That's like one of my favorite lines because it's so goofy.
Because homo thugs in jail are the first ones to snitch on you and get you locked the fuck up.
This man was talking about men in dresses. He was talking about those homo things.
Yeah, because he was talking about niggas like Diddy. Slip like Rick Ross, slip a Molly and Jake. You don't even know. I'm gonna take her to the house.
Y'all just say whatever you want.
I'm gonna enjoy that. What the fuck?
I feel like people are like treating Diddy like he's Epstein now. Like they're like, I see a picture of LeBron James with a. Can I say that?
Diddy's not as bad as Epstein.
He's not at all.
It might be even worse. We don't even know the extent of how bad things get for that guy.
No, Epstein's much worse.
Oh no, I agree. It's just,
Epstein's much worse.
Did you hear about the Mexican cartel saying that they would not listen to Diddy and they wouldn't traffic a bunch of like 14-year-old?
I'm not the Mexican cartel today.
You think I'm gonna listen to one word from the Mexican cartel?
No, just today. The Mexico mayor they just the mayor they elected or whatever.
He got assassinated. Him and somebody else from that same area got murked last week. It was two people, not just a mayor. It was a mayor and like a secretary of something. Yeah, and like it was like
Lennon can
Guerrero,
go
Mexico.
I ain't going to that fucking country.
Oh, no offense.
It was crazy because I was going to go to Rosarito at some point, and then all of a sudden,
I'm not going to Mexico. Fuck that,
dude.
Further I go is Cancun, and that's
what you call me?
Cancun, motherfucker.
Being an issue, but Eminem's lyrics are killing it. No, I'm not even disagreeing with Eminem. Has had some mistakes, a lot of mistakes actually. But I think I'm talking mostly about Recovery. I think that specific album made a lot of difference in how he I do think that is the way I was talking about him talking about how he changed his life, where he's came from, in comparison to DMX, who talks about the lifestyle that he's lived as a gangster and glorifies it. But I can see what you're talking about. Eminem, when he talks about killing his mom, I was like, this man's crazy.
To be fair, he did hate his mom. He said she did a lot of bad shit to him. You know. Rappers are going to rap about experiences they've had with certain people. But I will say the thing about the majority thing is this is the thing that majority stuff is the stuff that has the biggest marketing budget and gets promoted to the most average person, though. Yeah, there might be rap out there that is different, but it's not going to get shown as much, though. The impact is way different given the measures that other people have to push other music onto people. You know, there's a reason why certain artists are only promoted based off of who they know and. You guys don't know the lingo because you guys know all this stuff for the most part. Diddy, the only man with more dildos than I don't own dildos. That's Lennon. Lennon wanted a black one inside of her.
What is wrong with you?
She want a black one inside of her?
Man, I don't know.
No, yeah. So, Chaz, what do you got planned coming up this week, actually?
Just chilling, doing videos and all that good shit. Nothing too much. Yep.
Yes, man's got a concert. I can use the black male MSK. I want to see those. I want to see some black male MSK clips.
What? Black male MSK gonna get blackmail?
They said Selena Gomez was getting down at some New York thing. I'm just watching it. This is nothing.
She was getting down. She was getting jiggy with it.
She ain't getting naked or anything.
Don't ever say get jiggy with it again. That is
honestly, bad. Joseph. I'm
that?
Not gonna lie. You said women shouldn't vote 4 times in the last stream. I almost drove over to your house. I was like, "What?"
You watched that video? You watched that video, and
y'all don't even know what you're talking. I don't want to hear you guys.
Shut up, white man.
We're talking about FEMA camps. People talking about FEMA camps for 40 years as a conspiracy theory.
To be fair.
And nothing's ever been proven, but everybody's like, "Yep, that's true."
Are you trusting this didn't happen? Actually, just saying, just because it hasn't been presented doesn't mean it's not happening.
Find a FEMA camp. Find one.
I'm just saying this is how life works. Okay.
Okay.
People always say
That's
something's
fine.
not happening, even when it's right in front of us, and then we
Well,
say,
James, that's what James gonna be the first one getting locked up in the FEMA
If
camp.
they lock me up in a
And
FEMA camp, I'll apologize to you. How about that?
he gonna be dead by the time like you can even do anything. They're gonna
Listen,
pop him.
if I'm getting
Warren's
locked up,
opinions is
Joseph's
better than MSK. All right, white man James, got anything planned coming up? Anybody should be
No.
on the lookout for other than our eating streams?
No, my life is a mess. Don't ask me.
You gonna do any more cooking the cream stream? I'm just the best. Y'all two motherfuckers got the best chemistry, man.
Nope,
And
I can't do it. I fired him. He isn't. I can't make.
you guys don't hang out in your house with me. Just you, MSK, Carla, and Lennon.
Lennon said she's locked in her room eating cake. I don't. Oh God!
Cake. What does she mean by cake? What does she mean by cake?
I don't even want to talk about. So, I don't even. My biggest problem with Lennon was like the one thing that almost made me soccer on the. I was driving. I dropped her off one time because remember we were talking about the tortillas. She's like, I need those tortillas tonight. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like that night, I came over at like midnight, and she said, "Why did you bring Joseph?" And like I opened the door to hand it to her. She grabbed my face and tried to kiss me on the lips, and I was so angry. I was like one of the angriest times I've ever had in my life when she did that.
I
And
told her
had
to stop being a fucking.
I had to push her out of my car and close
You gotta,
the door.
nah. You gotta be like, hey, girl, you trying to fuck? You gotta be just straight.
I ain't like that, dude.
You gotta test her gangster. You gotta see if she really.
I just
got
wish
it or
that she respected my boundaries, and I know it's weird
She
to say
don't
as a
respect
man.
your boundaries because you gotta be tough, motherfucker.
Dude,
No, James, fuck all that. Listen to what I'm about to say, nigga. You gotta get in her goddamn face. You gotta be like, and next time she try to get in be aggressive with you, yeah, you wanna fuck, yeah, you gotta be like, yeah, bend that ass over.
Open her mouth and fart in that shit.
Tell her to get her
wax of air in her ass.
Next time, if you really want to test her against her and see if she really about it, tell her to get on her knees and tell her to suck your dick and see what she did. If she gets on her knees and opens her mouth, then you drive the fuck off because then she really is about that. But if she's one of
I want you to hear that statement.
what is wrong with you, WD? Relax, nigga.
At WZ, that's gonna be the 3,000 sub goal. Once MSK's channel hits 3,000 subs,
WD,
win it on stream.
Yo, WD, take a cold shower in the lap, nigga.
Hey, we could take a
James and Lennon had that married couple energy on that driving stream. MSK had that kid sitting in the front of the
Dude, I almost had a stroke on that car ride.
Not the going was fine. It was when we came back, she lost her brain.
Or did she ever have a brain in the first place?
No, she's never had a brain. That brain in there is desert and tumbleweed.
I don't like to be, and I'm not trying to like trash talk her, but I just think that it always came like I had a problem with everybody in that ride. I was so angry at everybody in that car. Y'all talking about men should be like dominant and should have 40 jobs working 80 hours a week, or they're not real men. Like that was the conversation. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, most men need that. Working gives you purpose in life. Unless you want to
what's your purpose?
Being black. All right. So,
but James, next time she gotta do that, you gotta give her that same energy. Give her the same motherfucking energy.
I'll strangle that hoe.
Tell her to slob on her knob like corn on the cob, nigga. Tell her like what that mouth do. You gotta be like, yo, girl, what that mouth do? You ready to suck this dick? You gotta get what you need. This girl, you want this? You want this raw, nigga?
What if I say that to you, Chaz?
All right.
James.
I want to see you dance on the chat.
James, I'm calling my boy Tyrone, and he gonna get you.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Yes, thank you, MSK. This nigga bugging.
Okay. The irony is crazy about that, but what we were saying was pure facts, so I don't give a fuck.
I don't like, and I know it's weird to say I don't like gender conforming roles in society.
Fuck all that. No. Fuck all that. Men, there are certain things that men are designed to do better than women.
It's not untrue. I agree with that. But I don't think that. I think that when it comes down to physical labor, men are more competent at it. I'm not going to dispute that. But I'm not going to say that men should be like. when I said a man could be the stay-at-home mom. He could do that. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, but don't you consider that working? Isn't that a purpose? It's the same
I'm not.
thing.
Everybody has a purpose in life, but I'm saying that
but
we
even
don't
in
look
a
down on a
situation like
woman.
that, it's
We
like
don't look down on a woman for sitting at home and just getting provided for, but we would look down on a man for it. I don't like that.
I don't know. Most people look at men differently. Just how it
That's
is.
fine. I'm just how it is.
Like
I
how
just,
women.
I just don't
I
like
mean,
it.
I've never agreed with the sentiment that just because a woman's at home raising kids that's not considered work because you're not getting a paycheck for it. But
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just saying that people are willing for a man and a woman to work. They're willing for a man to work alone, but they're not willing for a woman to work alone.
I'm just pointing out if a
how
guy's
society
like
is looking
that,
at it.
he's usually a loser. Just pointing out.
Why
Those are
is
usually
that?
the
Why
most-
are women not losers, but men are?
I expect women to be that way. They're looking for us to.
You
provide
actually,
for them.
I just realized you are actually sexist. That's why this is looping around. This is
You're
not a joke.
using buzzwords. You're
not a
you
buzzword.
MSNBC or something.
I'm starting
Oh my
to
god.
think that the reason that you actually care is because you actually think men have a purpose in life, but women don't.
Women do a purpose.
Don't say
Being-
it. Don't finish
Being
that.
moms.
Mm-hmm.
That's a purpose. What are you talking about? Crazy? This man's trolling me. This man's actually fucking with me. Okay. Holy shit. Chaz, who are you people?
What the? F-
All right. So, what else we have here?
Me, SpongeBob.
They're sickening. I hate. I have got to get my hits up.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right, that was I did not.
Patrick is these characters are gay.
What is that even those are reactions. You don't just use them.
Why not?
Oh my god.
If you need someone to help you carry a box.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
James, did you at least use Tinder while in Korea?
No,
Wait,
I did.
wait.
I just start.
Apparently, guess who might replace Jankos on Team Heretics?
Sheo, right?
Yep.
With that being said, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. This is our extra episode this week. We shouldn't be able to have this again unless there's so much league that we have to talk about it because there's gonna be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, we'll be here for the Thursday. Yeah, it'll be in the morning, so we'll be able to have that. Yeah, our usual show should happen Sunday, Thursdays 8 PST and Sunday 7 PST. I have
Kansas City won again. Let's go.
I have a one-on-one with Tiny on Wednesday, so there's no panel show on Wednesday because I'm gonna go see Joker 2 on Wednesday. I already bought my ticket, so I'm gonna see it.
Joker
Tiny
2
still
trash.
talks to you?
You watch it?
Nope, but I've talked to other people that watched it. They were like, "What the fuck is this?" They didn't know what the fuck this was. They was like, "It's supposed to be a musical, but it has like people don't know what it's supposed to be."
I don't know, man. I go and see it for myself. You know.
Yep,
That's
you
what I
do
would
that.
do.
And then let me know how bad it is.
Oh, I will. I was going with an open mind. That's why I'm hot and rich
Yeah.
and good looking. Honestly.
I should have used Tinder. Now that I think about it, why didn't I? I thought they had a different dating app in Korea.
Well, they have Wong Ching on ease. All right. So
Wong Chinese.
thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, and we'll see you guys later. Have a great night.